Welcome to our first unit, the 6 traits of writing. We'll be looking at the 6 traits of writing, but first, what is writing? So when we're trying to figure out what writing is, we need to look at 3 main elements: task, audience, and purpose. When we're looking at task, we ask ourselves, what is the prompt? So if you're given a prompt to write about, you need to ask yourself, what is the prompt asking me to explain or do? Next, under task, we look at what are the expectations. Is there more than one expectation? So task, we're making sure that we are very clear about what we are writing. Next, audience. Audience is who is the intended audience? Who will read your writing besides your teacher? But if you were to publish your writing, where would it go? Next, do you need a formal or casual voice? Or possibly a combination of the two? So when we're thinking about audience, we look and see, are we writing for our peers, our family, school administrators, businesses, among many more audience types. The final thing when we're looking at what is writing is purpose. What is the reason for writing? So often we'll look at the pie model, but there are a lot of different other categories that go into that. So we could be narrating, persuading, debating or expressing an opinion, providing information, entertaining, explaining, or describing something. So as we move on through this unit, keep in mind what is your TAP, task, audience, and purpose in writing. So there are 6 keys to becoming a successful writer. These are known as the 6 traits of writing: ideas, organization, word choice, voice, sentence fluency, and conventions. These may come in different orders, but this is how we're going to look at them today. And this will guide us through our writing process as well. That will be the next unit. Ideas. Everything begins with an idea. Ideas should be powerful and significant. Ideas are the heart of the paper. Without good ideas, the paper will not achieve the author's purpose. Ideas are the glue that holds the paper together and gives a focused and detailed exploration of the topic. Without a good idea, your paper won't hold well. Ideas should be important to the writer and address the topic, limited enough to focus in on the paper, express clearly so the audience understands, and finally, providing the audience with an interesting insight. How can you know if your ideas are helping you achieve your writing goal? You should ask yourself these following questions. Does it make sense? Am I addressing the topic? Will my audience want to keep reading? Does my paper have a clearly defined purpose? Have I included interesting details that are not common? So as you're piecing together ideas or coming together with an idea from a prompt, Think about these questions as you're brainstorming a paper. The next element of our 6 traits is organization. For every minute spent organizing, an hour is earned. Organization. Your paper should be logical and effective. Organization is the map that directs the reader through the paper. Organization gives the writing a sense of purpose and structure. The organization should begin with a strong lead or hook and catch the reader's interest right from the beginning. Have details that build towards the conclusion, pulling the reader along right to the very end. Use good transitions to move smoothly from one idea to the next, helping things fit together easily for the reader. So your organization is critical for your reader's understanding. After you've selected your ideas, you should begin organizing those ideas. This could be done with an outline, a flowchart, a spider web. Any of those organization tools will assist you with giving a clear message to your audience. How can you know if your organization is helping you achieve your writing goal? Ask yourself these 4 questions. Does it start out with a bang? Does everything tie together? Can the audience follow it easily? Does the paper flow from one idea to the next? Word choice. Word choice gives a sentence its luster, and they deserve intense attention. Word choice should be specific and precise. Word choice paints a picture in the reader's mind. Word choice creates the images in a reader's mind. So when we think about reading stories, we always think about what is the mental movie that I'm giving? Well, as a writer, you're doing those same things. What is the mental movie I want my reader to have? Word choice helps you achieve that. Word choice should give specific details. Choose the right words to make the writing sound natural and precise. You should have active, powerful, energetic verbs. You should showcase descriptive nouns and adjectives. And finally, word choice should incorporate all parts of speech for a well-rounded essay. How can you know if your word choice are helping you achieve your writing goal? Ask yourself these questions. Is this the best way to say this? Do my words make pictures in the reader's mind? Did I use new ways to say everyday things? Are my verbs powerful? Are my nouns and adjectives specific and precise? Do some words linger in my mind after I read them? Voice. Writing is the painting of the voice. Your writer's voice should be appropriate and individual. Voice is the personality of the writer coming through. In a paper with strong voice, the reader will get a sense that someone real is there on the page. So have you ever read a book and you were immediately pulled into a character? You could relate to them. You felt how they felt, and by the end, if something horrible happened to them, you were drawn in immediately. This is writer's voice. Can you draw in your reader? Can you make them feel that your characters or your topics are real, intense, and necessary? Voice should give the writing a sense of uniqueness. Give the reader the feeling that the writer is talking directly to him or her. And voice should make the characters or topic come alive for the reader. How can you know if your voice are helping you achieve your writing goal? Ask yourself, is it obvious I care about the topic? Does it sound like a real person wrote this? It should not sound like a robot found a pencil and paper. So just how that is very jarring, your writing should not sound robotic, and you should use proper word choice and make it come alive. Is this going to make the reader feel something? Hopefully not utter confusion. And finally, is it appropriate? Is it apparent, rather, that I am thinking about my audience? So are you thinking about your audience as you're writing? Are you considering who you're writing for? This will all make your voice in your writing stronger, unique, and personal. Next, sentence fluency. Your sentences should be smooth and expressive. Sentence fluency makes the sentences fit smoothly together. Sentence fluency in writing is easy. Just cross out the wrong words. So when we have excess or too many words, we read back through it and cross out the ones that are a little bit redundant. Sentence fluency should not mean create longer sentences, but using sentences where they fit best. Sentence fluency should create a sense of rhythm with the sentences. Sentence fluency should develop a flow the reader finds enjoyable to follow. How can you know if your sentence fluency is helping you achieve your writing? Are the sentences varied in length? Does the writing flow easily from sentence to sentence? Do my sentences have power and punch? Do my sentences begin in different ways? So when you're writing, make sure you're watching those I's and thes. It's very common to start your sentence with it, but we want to have varied beginnings. Sentence fluency stands out when a paper is read aloud. Do you read your paper aloud to yourself? I think that you might want to try this practice. Reading your paper aloud lets you know if you're making errors, if things are unclear, if maybe your sentences are too long or too short. You can easily record yourself as well and replay it for yourself. This is a wonderful tool to help you improve your writing. Conventions. Once conventions have been learned, writing is simply learning what not to say. Our conventions are correct and communicative. Conventions are the rules of language. They are the patterns of grammar, spelling, punctuation, paragraphing, and capitalization that readers expect in good writing. Conventions are the most mechanical of the 6 traits and require writers to learn editing and proofreading skills. So this very part right here is where those grammar lessons are going to come in heavy. The convention should make writing easy to read and understand, be checked to ensure correct writing mechanics are used, be something the reader doesn't even notice because they are so well done. How can you know if your conventions are helping you achieve your writing goal? Ask yourself, have I used capitals correctly? Did I spell all words correctly? Are my paragraphs indented? Are all punctuation marks in the correct places? Does my spelling, grammar, and capitalization make my writing easy to read and understand?